Peace and greetings, everyone. It's Christina of Witches and Company. I have not did a video in a while, and so today I'm going to start back doing videos. I have a full list, so thank you all who subscribe, who recommend, who like, and share my videos. I appreciate you guys so much. In this video, I'm going to talk about who is astrowitch, what does that mean, why do I call myself that. So I'm sharing a part of me with you guys so you guys can have a better understanding of me if you haven't ever spoke with me and things like that. So the reason that I call myself astro witch and not just witch and not just astrologist is because I have the understanding, and I've been taught that everything is all of one. Everything is one. Everything has a connection. Everything goes together. And what I've been revealed, it all goes together, in astrology and planets and comets and asteroids and squares and trines and oppositions and conjunctions. And those are, astrology terms, but that all comes back down to mathematics. So if you guys have watched my videos before, you know that I use mathematics as my foundation. That is my explanation and my understanding for all things. And then witch comes in the part of my spirituality and understanding magic and alchemy and occultism and bringing elements and things together to create our lives and things like that. So astrology would be my science in mathematics and physics and biology and anatomy and things like that. And then witch would be my spirituality, my unseen, and things like that, that it all comes together as one, because there is no just physical and just spirituality. They are all one and one together. So astro witch is not a witch. I'm not a witch who does Wiccan or leans on Orishas or Egyptology and things like that. I understand that it's all astrology. So whether someone calls their light or sun deity Jesus, or whether they call it Haru, or whether they call it Shango, I understand that the foundation is ultimately astrology. So what happened in life, in our existence, we had people who only could express what they knew and felt, and it came out in the stories of Orishas, or it came out in the stories of Kemet and things like that, of explaining Haru or explaining Shango or explaining Jesus or explaining Buddha. But ultimately they were talking about the planetary aspects of the universe or the solar system that we exist in. And then all of those things came out in stories and religion and fairy tales and things like that. So astro witch is astrology, astronomy, astrophysics, and then witch is that unseen, that spirituality, that elements and alchemy and things, and they all go together as one. So I am not someone who believes that someone hurt me and I should do a spell on them to hurt them back. I believe that based on astrology, we can find the why of why that situation occurred, why that situation was drawn to us, and then how to bring the elements together for better balance. So an example would be if you have first house Virgo, such as myself, where the first house naturally belongs to fire. So fire and earth together, what's going to happen? I combine elements to understand how to balance out that element, to know that when I'm in my first house that I need to combine water and air to give a better balance, because I have an earth first house and not a fire first house. And so this allows me to bring more balance. When it comes to relationships, I have a water sign, and I know that relationships is a seventh house, and I have that's a natural air sign. So to better balance, because what happens with air and water, we're going to get gas, or we're going to get evaporation. So I know that I need to bring more fire and more earth to my relationship energy. And this is why anyone who knows, if you approach me and ask, hey, how do I do this spell and how do I do that spell, I'm not going to just give you the spell, because I think we need to deal with the inner before we deal with the outer. We need to deal with what's going on innerly, so we can then transform it outerly. So if you're always attracting a certain type of relationship, there is no outerly answer. That's something we have to deal with innerly, astrologically, innerly, those constellation and those elements and those planets and those houses, to know why is this occurring, so you can take accountability. And then once we take accountability for that situation, we can begin to do alchemy and begin to bring elements and things like that into us, to then we can put out what we desire. So astrowitch is someone who understands as above, so below, as within, as without, and not just saying it to be saying it to sound cool, but really understanding how Venus works through me, how Mercury works through me, how the sun communicates and shines its light through me. So I am Astro Witch, someone who definitely loves magic, but I understand magic must have a purpose, and that we're doing it at the right time, at the right moment, and not just doing it just to be doing it. People want to do, of course, money magic. Well, money magic is fine, it's great to do, but make sure you are understanding who you are, how you attract money, and how you can make money. So Astro Witch is me. Astrology and witch. I'm not Wiccan, I'm not Egyptology, I'm not African deities, Yoruba. I don't lean on Babylonian or any of those Greek gods. I understand that those are just stories of the stars, stories of the planets, and how they maneuver through the universe. And here we are, these little things on earth, trying to tell a big story. So Astro Witch is someone who understands that they all go together, whether you call it Jesus, Haru, Shango, whether you call it Hercules, or you call it whatever you want to call it, is fine. Those are just names and images and deities that we try to give story to. Astro Witch is someone who takes those stories and brings them into us as a personal, of where the sun is for you, or where the Venus is for you, or where Mercury or Pluto or Neptune or Uranus, and bring those things innerly, so then we can work our magic and mix those chemicals and do our science experiment. So thank you guys so much for always tuning in. I thank you guys so much. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Make sure that you hit me up if you want to get any more details about, how to work your own magic based on your planetary alignments, and things like that. Thank you guys.